Programang ito ay rated SPG. Striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Maaaring may masiselang tema, lengguwahe, karahasan, sexual, horror o droga na hindi angkop sa mga bata.
Mga kaibigan, may good news para sa lahat. Kung gusto nyo nga makabasa ng mga balita tungkol sa Mindanao, wala nang iba kundi ang Mindanao Examiner newspaper. Mindanao ang sirkulasyon, Mindanao ang balita. Ang Mindanao Examiner sa Basilan, Sulu at Zamboanga. Gumawa na rin ito ng mga independent films at ABP, audiovisual presentation, at may photography at video services pa. Bisitahin po natin ang kanilang website sa mindanaoexaminer.com o tumawag sa 9925480. Marami pong salamat. Kaya natin to.
Isang magandang hapon, mga kaibigan. Welcome sa inyong programa, ang paborito nyo mga kaibigan, ng Radyo Mindanao Stig. At ngayong araw ng Lunes, napakainit. Ito pa rin ang inyong abang lingkod mga kaibigan, Alasito. At isang oras tayo magsasama-sama at upang ihatid sa inyo ang iba't ibang mga balita mga kaibigan. Pero bago tayo magsimula, dyan sa Zamboanga City, binabati natin lahat ng nakikinig sa City Hall. Nakikinig daw sa Radyo Mindanao Wastig, ang City Hall. At nako, speaking of Zamboanga, may kumakalat daw, may nagpapakalat ng manifesto. Nagpapapirma sa mga mamamayan sa Zamboanga City. Pero wala naman nakalagay. Nako, ingat kayo sa mga pinipirmahan yung mga papel. Kesyo mga attendance, kesyo ganto ganon, kesyo ganto ganto. Yung pala gagamitin yan sa para sa pagsulong ng mga interest ng ilang politiko. Lalo-lalo na yung mga talunan. Meron tayong nabasa sa internet mga kaibigan, sa Facebook. Na yung itong dyan sa Barangay Lunsuran, may nagpapakalat daw ng papel dyan at pinapipirmahan. Grabe. Pinapipirmahan mga kaibigan. Hindi naman sinasabi kung para saan yun, pero ayon sa ilang mga nakakausap natin, mga bobwet natin dyan sa City Hall, gagamitin daw ng kalaban ni Mayor Benkley Mako. Ito mga pinapipirmahan sa mga residente para ipasa sa Commission on Election upang magkaroon daw ng recount. Ano pa i-recount ninyo? Nanalo na nga si Mayor Beng. Yung mga natalo, tumigil na kayo. My goodness. Talagang grabe naman ang inyong ano kayo, kapit tuko. Talo na kayo, hirit na, wag na kayong manggulo. My goodness, pabayaan nyo na yung Zamboanga, pabayaan nyo na yung paninilbihan itong si Mayor Benkley Mako. Ang layo-layo ng panalo niya, ihahambing dito kay Celso Lobregat, yung defeated mayoralty candidate na si Celso Lobregat. Nilampaso to ni Mayor Benkley Mako, mga kaibigan, mahigit 30 mil. Ang lamang nitong si Mayor Benkley Mako kay Celso Lobregat. Ngayon biglang may lumalabas na may nagpapakalat ng mga attendance sheet. Yung dyan daw sa Barangay Lunsuran nagkaroon ng oplan tuli. Nagbigay ng libreng tuli. At pagkatapos ay pinapipirmahan sa mga residente, attendance daw. Blanco naman yung pinipirmahan. So, pinipirmahan naman ng mga residente sa pag-aakalang attendance yun dyan sa medical mission. Yung pala, may nagsabi na gagamitin to sa politika. Grabe. Talaga na bang desperado na kayo? Pabayaan nyo na yung si Mayor Beng dahil dapat irespeto ninyo mga kaibigan, yung mga natalong politiko ang itong resulta ng halalan. Basahin natin ito nakalagay sa Facebook, mga kaibigan. Isang community page, Zamboanga Updates, nakalagay dito. Basahin natin for the benefit of everybody sa Zamboanga. At yung sa hindi naman nakakaintindi ng Chabacano, kasi ito tatagalugin natin mamaya-maya. Ito ay ipinost ng Zamboanga Updates. This is a community page sa Facebook. Nakalagay dito 5 hours ago ito. Nakalagay sinvergüenza. Nako. Ibig sabihin walang hiya. Hasta na Operation Tuli ta entra el politica del Team Colorao y Celso Lobregat. Un netizen na abisa kanamon kay nalunsuran el attendance sheet kuno. Tamanda pirma ng mga vivientes pa escondido amoy agale el manifesto de Celso kaya ta-question ako ng resulta del eleksyon. Por eso mga vecinos está vigilante ang mga dokumento tamanda con ustedes firma el mga barangay oficiales tiene bien greso lang siyempre el cara hindi pa descansa. Ito yung alegasyon mga kaibigan, akusasyon, alegasyon against sa Team Colorao at Celso Lobregat. Hindi natin kinukumpirma to pero ito yung nakalagay sa community page na Zamboanga Updates dahil may nagsumbong. At yung nagsumbong mga kaibigan, etong basahin natin. First of all, good morning. I just want to share what happened last Wednesday here in Barangay Lunsuran, May 29, 2019. May oplan tuli dito sa barangay. Siyempre, maraming tao. Napansin ko si Kapitan na may pinapasahin sa mga parents. So, nagtanong ako sa mga parents kung ano yung sabi daw nila, attendance daw. Nagduda na ako kung attendance yun, dapat sa mga nagpapatuli, dapat pagpasahin. So, ako bilang isang chismosang tao, hinahanap ko kung ano yung attendance na pinapasahin ni Kapitan. Then, itong isang kagawad niya, nakalimutan na tayo yung folder sa mesa, kaya nagkaroon ako ng chance na tignan yun. May tape sa heading ng attendance para di mabasa. Pagtanggal ko ng tape, manifesto pala para i-recount yung nangyaring eleksyon. At ginawa nila yon para ipakita na maraming gustong i-recount ang votes kahit di naman nila kagustuhan yon. I don't care if you believe me. Wala naman akong rason para gumawa ng inventong kwento. I just want to share this para aware yung ibang na may mga ganitong nangyayari. Baka may ibang barangay din na nagpapasay ng attendance. At para kay Kapitan, obvious naman na pula ka. Pero yung lolokohin mo yung kabarangay mo, ibang usapan na yan. Ayan mga kaibigan, ayan ang isa sa mga ipinasa ng isang netizen na taga-Lunsuran sa community page na Zamboanga Updates. Kaya naman ang naging reaksyon ng administrator nito sinvergüenza hasta ng Operasyon Tuli entre el politica del Team Colorao y Celso Lobregat, un netizen na yabisa kanamon kay nalunsuran el attendance sheet kuno tamanda pirma ng mga vivientes pa escondido ang mawigali el manifesto de Celso kaya ta-question ako ng resulta del eleksyon. Por eso mga vecinos está vigilante ng mga dokumento tamanda con ustedes firma el mga barangay oficiales tiene bien greso lang siyempre el cara hindi pa descansa. Ayan ang binasa natin yan mga kaibigan. Yung nakalagay dyan sa naturang Zamboanga Updates community page. At may mga reaksyon mga kaibigan. May mga reaksyon sa naturang comment o post ng Zamboanga Updates. Galing kay Hana Bantala. Sabi niya, Loco este admin, may mas cosa man post ya kabaya eleksyon, tapelya pa ko ng mga gente. Admin ang sinabato de peleador. Igual lang ustedes Gresol Cara de pata descansa. Yan ay ayon kay Hana Bantala. At according kay Maria Edna Borja Pilapil, ito naman sinabi niya, pwede makasubot niya yakabay eleksyon niya, proklama ke pasa sa Zamboanga Updates. At para kay Chantal Clarito Abdilla Bawari, sabi naman niya, pakilayo ustedes tan validate lang sin information, just want to know, admin, gracias. So, dun sa nilagay nung Zamboanga Updates na kanyang comment, based on the allegation and accusations ng isang netizens about this lunsuran, So nag-umani ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon. Tapos ka naman ng eleksyon hanggang ngayon patuloy pa rin to. Di ba? So yan ang ito ay binabasa lamang natin mga kaibigan. Hindi natin kinukumpirma ito at ito ay pawang aligasyon lamang at pawang akusasyon hanggang hindi nagsasalita o kinukumpirma ng kapitan ng lungsuran kung totoo ba itong mga ibinibintang sa kanya. So ba? At kay Congressman Celso Lobregat na tumakbong pagka-mayor, natalo kay Ben Climaco. So wala pa rin siyang kumpirmasyon dito. So ngayon mga kaibigan, ito ay isang chismis lamang, di ba? Isang aligasyon, isang akusasyon na walang confirmation. Pero binabasa natin to para sa kapakanan ng lahat mga kaibigan. Dahil siyempre, kailangan natin ipaalam kung ano ang nangyayari. Dahil marami mga bagay sa Buanga City ang kumakalat ngayon. Kaya naman ganyan ang reaksyon mga kaibigan. Di ba? So, yun. Yun ang nangyari daw dyan sa Barangay Lunsuran last Wednesday. Last week to sigurado. Last week. Hindi lang nakalagay kung sino yung nagpa-medical mission dyan. Pero yun ang mga allegation. Hindi natin kinukumpirma yan. Chismis yan so far sa ngayon. At yan ang nakalagay sa Facebook. Anyway mga kaibigan, ay si Montulfo, si Ramon Tulfo, muling humingi ng tawad kay DSWD Secretary Rolando Bautista dahil pinagbumura nitong si Erwin Tulfo etong si Secretary Bautista at sinabihan pang sasampalin kita at ngungud-ngurin kang mukha mo sa inidoro matapos na mabigay itong mga interview itong si Secretary Bautista at because of that maraming taga Philippine Military Academy mga graduates, mga opisyal ang nagalit dito kay Tulfo at humingi nga ng apology uli. Yung unang paghingi niya ng apology, sabi niya, i-apologize kay Secretary Bautista, pero hindi niya raw babawiin yung mga sinabi niya. At nag-apologize lang siya uli. At nung isang araw mga kaibigan, pinull out na ng Armed Forces of the Philippines, particularly the Philippine Marines, at ng Philippine National Police, yung mga security na ibinigay nila dito kay Erwin Tulfo, kay Ramon Tulfo, kay Rafi Tulfo, at sa iba pang sa asawa pa dahil sa nangyaring pang-iinsulto, pagmumura dito sa katauhan nitong si Secretary Bautista. Kaya nga't muling for the second time nag-apologize si itong si Erwin Tulfo sa kanyang programa at sinabi niyang nagkamali siya at humihingi siya ng kapatawaran kay Secretary Bautista at sa kanyang pamilya. So, kaya lang yung mga gantong klaseng bagay kaibigan alam nyo, mahirap kasi hindi dahil sa media ka pwede mong murahin ng kahit sino, di ba? Kaya humingi uli ng kapatawaran itong si Erwin Tulfo. Napakabait itong si Secretary Bautista mga kaibigan. Nagsilbi yan sa Mindanao, sa Philippine Army at kilala natin. At yun nga lang, siyempre may mga ganyang klaseng pagkakataon na hindi naman dahil sa public service ang isang tao pwede nang murahin ng media. No, hindi ganun yun. At because of that, yung National Union, yung PMA pala, yung mga alumni, they're threatening to file libel charges at saka oral defamation dito kay Erwin Tulfo dahil sa ginawa niyang pagmumura, pag-threaten kay Secretary Bautista. Itong si Secretary Bautista mga kaibigan, si Secretary Rolando Bautista talagang decorated military general yan. Nakipaglaban yan dyan sa Marawi, nung kasagsagan nung atake, bakbakan ng Maute ISIS Abu Sayyaf. At tahimik lamang si Secretary Bautista. At wala tayong narinig sa kanya. Pinaliwanag niya lang nung tumawag yung staff ni Erwin Tulfo at gusto siyang ma-interview. During that time, meron siyang meeting at importanteng event sa isang diplomatic person. At so hindi niya makakausap, di siya makakapagbigay ng interview at yung kanyang undersecretary na lamang inutusan niya upang magbigay ng kung ano mga impormasyon ang gustong malaman itong si Erwin Tulfo. Kaya lang hindi pa talagang nagalit yata si Tulfo at pinagbungumura na bakit daw hirap kausapin, bla 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 bla. At ayun, sasampalin daw siya pag nakita itong si Bautista at ngungud-ngurin ang kanyang muka sa inidoro. Grabe, no? Grabe mga kaibigan. Wala akong... ewan ko ba kung bakit may mga ibang mamahayag na kung akala mo sila ang Diyos, di ba? Itong mga Tulfo brothers ito. Anyway, yung National Union of Journalists of the Philippines, mga kaibigan, naglabas din kaninang umaga ng statement. At sa kanilang pahayag, sabi na, ang title ng kanilang statement, press statement, ay pinadala sa Radyo Mindanao, ay no excuse for Tulfo's execrable behavior. Basahin natin mga kaibigan. There can be no excuse for Erwin Tulfo's utter lack of ethics and scruples in publicly insulting Secretary Rolando Bautista simply for not being able to immediately answer his demand for an interview. No, and it has nothing to do with Bautista. For Tulfo's fault would be no less grave had he spewed his venom on a street beggar. We do not dispute Tulfo's assertion that criticizing government officials is part of a journalist's job, but the vitriol he heaped on Bautista clearly had nothing to do whether or not the secretary is doing his job and everything to do with Tulfo's exaggerated sense of entitlement. The issue is Tulfo's brand of journalism, and we are using the term very liberally since what he and his ilk practice bear a little resemblance to the profession of truth, which ironically is what this administration seems to prefer, even as it vilifies those who do their work seriously and credibly. At sabi pa ng NUJB, indeed, the Tulfos of this world seem to have found the perfect niche within the infrastructure of a government that has established itself as the foremost purveyors of this information, has run roughshod over most, if not all, our people's basic rights and liberties. Although this particular Tulfo appears to have outshone the rest when even the Director General of the Philippine Information Agency called him out for being a pretentious and poisonous media personality whose only leverage is his last name and airtime in government radio. Si Clavite nagsabi niyan mga kaibigan, yung Director General ng PIA. And then, new JP said that let us see how this administration deals with the mess. But we do hope, whatever the outcome, that the media industry in general finally realizes that the revenues such an ethical and responsible mark-racking admittedly brilliant can never compensate for the damage journalists like Erwin Tulfo cause the profession and most especially the people's lives and reputation they so cavalierly sully. Ay, grabe. Di ba tama mga kaibigan? Walang karapatan ng sino man magmumurahin ng mga nasa gobyerno. Pabayaran natin yung Pangulo, mura ng mura kasi ugali niya talaga ang palamura eh. Pero sa media, meron tayong mga ethics, no? Standards, ethics na ating sinusunod. Anyway mga kaibigan, so yan ang issue kay Tulfo. Tignan natin kung hanggang saan makakarating itong pag-apologize muli for the second time ni Erwin Tulfo. Alright? Pero kanina umaga, nag-press conference si Chief PNP Oscar Albayalde. At maraming issue mga kabigan ang tinalakay nitong si Chief PNP. Pakinggan natin mga kabigan, panoorin nyo ang video ng press conference kanina.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to our regular Monday press briefing. Welcome back, Maris. Oo nga eh. I'm glad to see you again after my week-long official mission in Israel from May 27 to June 1, where I attended discussions with our foreign counterparts. Our discussion with the Israeli counterparts, focus on the challenges being faced by the Philippine National Police, our campaign against terrorism, specifically the ISIS, and our continuing efforts to fight this menace. As of today, there's no monitored or reported threat to our security, but we remain on active mode against any terror attacks across the country, which is one of the major security concerns of the Philippine National Police. By this effort, we greatly recognize the contribution of the international community as far as terrorism is concerned. Until now, we continue to closely coordinate and cooperate with our anti-terrorism counterparts in international scale against this global problem to bolster our security response in the light of previous terror attacks. The PNP continues to be aggressive in intelligence and information gathering to address threats and violence. On the other hand, the opening of classes this morning went smoothly with no untoward incidents. I have ordered all regional directors to deploy enough police forces, fielding a total of 149,484 PNP personnel and force multipliers for the security and safety of schools and students nationwide. Even as we are busy with opening of classes, we assure the public that the PNP is committed to continue providing security coverage for public safety services and implement various crime prevention operations, focusing on the enhanced managing police operations strategy and the campaign against illegal drugs to maintain peace and order in our communities. We appeal to the public to remain vigilant and alert against criminal elements that may take advantage due to influx of students and parents to schools and public places. Do not hesitate to call the attention of the authorities, especially our deployed PNP personnel, for appropriate assistance. And I extend the warmest holiday greetings, Salamat, Hari Raya, Puasa to all our Filipino Muslim brothers and sisters ahead of the nationwide celebration of the end of the holy month of Ramadan on June 5. This joyous occasion marks a distinct character of Filipino culture that observes high respect for religious freedom, that affords unity and equality for all, regardless of faith and ethnic divisions. The PNP joins our Muslim brothers and sisters in joyous celebration of this festive event, even as we remain alert and watchful for any untoward incident that may spoil the solemnity of this occasion. May I also remind everyone, especially in the South, to refrain from traditional practice of celebratory gunfire to celebrate the occasion. Police units will strictly enforce operative laws against indiscriminate firing, specifically so that a nationwide election gun ban remains in effect until the culmination of the election period on June 12. Thank you and good morning.
Sir, and the first question will be coming from Leia Ilagan.
Morning, sir.
Yes.
Sir, dati 120,000 na PNP personnel lang po yung i-deploy. Bakit po nadagdagan, sir? Meron bang threat?
This includes already our stakeholders, yung force multipliers natin, kagaya ng mga barangay tanods and all other volunteers, mga civilian volunteers natin. Kaya naging 149,000 mahigit.
Sir, hanggang kailan magtatagal yung mga pulis doon sa mga vicinity ng mga eskwelahan para magbantay?
Well, nakita natin hanggang hindi mag-stabilize yung opening of classes. Basically, for the whole week until early next week.
Pero sir, wala namang deployment ng PNP na naapektuhan dahil inilagay natin doon sa mga school vicinity yung mga PNP personnel?
Wala tayong, all the other police operations will continue, especially our campaign against illegal drugs.
No threat, sir, na na-receive?
As of this time, wala tayong nakukuha.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Raymond?
Sir, good morning. Ano yung challenges na pinaghandaan ng PNP considering na yung banggit ng DepEd, mga more than 27 million yung mga estudyante na magbabalik eskwela?
As of this time, ang tinitignan lang na natin, of course, yung safety ng ating mga estudyante and of course, our parents na pumupunta sa mga different schools. No? Experience natin, kapag mga opening na ganyan, nagkakaproblema yung ating mga magulang, at they need assistance for whatever purpose for whatever purpose it may be. No, marami sa atin pati yung complaint nila doon sa school kung minsan dinudulog nila sa ating mga kapulisan.
Sir, nakikita ko si General Fillmore Escobar of the PSPG. May recall order doon sa mga security escort. Bigyan nga natin ng linaw ito, sir, kasi ang banggit ni Colonel Banak kahapon recalled for review doon kay Erwin Tulfo and the rest of the members of the family. Ano ba ang
Yes,
totoong
actually
order?
may recalled order yan, and I think General Fillmore Escobar can enlighten us with that.
For the information of everybody, it's a part of the regular process ng PSPG to periodically review yung availment of PSPs or police security, protective security personnel doon sa mga ating protectees. So hindi lang po yan sa specific na personality, but we periodically review. And another basis po ng pinapareport namin sila is the conduct of regular na police information and continuing education. So the outcome of the review will be the basis of whether we will continue or not.
Sir, yung bang ni-recall is ilan? Ilan yung kay...
Meron po tayong 8 naka-detail, 2 for Erwin, 2 each for Erwin, 2 kay Rafi, kay Ben, and kay Jocelyn. So yung they were our previous protectee, and then they also applied for exemption sa COMELEC, and they were granted with certificate of authority.
So yung 8 na ito, sir, na nandito na
Nandun na
lahat?
po sa PSPG. Nag-report sila effective last Saturday.
So, gaano ho katagal yung sinasabi niyong evaluation before it would be decided kung dapat bang ibalik or hindi na dito sa mga Tulfo
It will
brothers?
depend on the evaluation committee, kasi meron din tayong titingnan ng mga documents, because there might be possible violation on the policy of availment.
Sir, binanggit niyo is parang it's part of a regular process, pero hindi ba talaga ito related doon sa case Erwin versus Secretary Bautista of DSWD,
Whether
sir?
there's a report or not, part po yan ng regular process ng PSPG.
Yung pag-recall.
Yes. Ano yan siya? Regular process nga yan. So hindi yan directed towards the specifically for that purpose. So hindi lang po naman siya yung may ganong case. Meron pong mga ibang individuals that we recalled for a periodic review of security availment.
And in the first place, sir, bakit po ba sila nabigyan ng security, sir?
Meron silang they passed the threat assessment, kaya nga sila nabigyan ng security detail. So periodic review of the threat assessment will also be the basis of whether or not we will continue with the deployment of security.
If you recall, sir, kailan ho nag-start na meron silang...
Even before the election period, meron yan sila. Even nung dumating ako, naandyan na yan sila.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Marie Zumali.
Sir, good morning. Sir Albayalde. Just going back to the back-to-school issue. Sir, can you assess the general situation of the back-to-school aspect a while ago, this morning? How is it?
As of this time, everything is going on smoothly. Yung ating mga police are all in their respective places of deployment. And as of this time, wala tayong nakukuhang report of any incident whatsoever.
So walang mga kahit na anong problema so far?
So far,
na
wala tayong
nakukuha?
nakukuhang ganun. Yes.
Sir, yung sinasabi na sa anti-bullying din or cyberbullying, how exactly will the Philippine National Police be of help considering na online yon and yung mga police are physically present, securing the area?
With regards to online bullying, meron tayong ACG. That's why yung mga parents o yung mga students, we encourage them to come to us kahit na po dun sa pinakamalapit na police station kung ayaw nilang pumunta sa Camp Crame, and they will be referred to our anti-cybercrime group para ma-verify yung bullying. And of course, meron na tayong anti-bullying law that will be enforced. Pero kung doon mismo, yung iba kasi, hanggang mamayang hapon, malalaman natin kung merong incidents of bullying doon, they can go to our different police assistance desk that are deployed in the different schools, lalo na yung mga malalaki.
So yung police assistance desks are located
Near the
right
school.
outside.
Yes.
How about yung mga may mga nagbebenta ng mga sigarilyo, yung mga kung ano-anong mga bagay na ipinagbabawal naman talaga.
Well, of
You
course,
are also
lalo na yung
assisting?
mga illegal drugs, no? Well, meron tayong mga police operatives din sa mga iba't ibang mga schools. Remember, may mga nahuli na tayong mga estudyante as early as grade 5, meron na nahuli tayong nagbebenta ng drugs, especially marijuana. No, ito rin yung iniiwasan natin at binabantayan natin.
Anong nangyari dun sa mga may mga parang ano rin ba kayo, watch list kayo sa mga ganun?
Sa school, wala. Dun sa mga bata, I don't think we have that watch list.
Pero how are you going to effectively kumbaga enforce this anti-drug in school premises?
Basically, kaya tayo nakakahuli ng mga, lalo na yung mga estudyante na ganun, it's because of the students themselves. Sila ang nagbibigay ng information sa atin. Without the information, of course, medyo mahirap makahuli ng mga, lalo na yung mga bata. Because sino ba maghihinala ng mga bata as early as grade 5 nagtutulak ng marijuana?
Pero sir, right now, can we say na medyo rampant na ba siya sa mga high school, yung mga ganyan, or college? Or can
I
we
don't
say
think
that?
so. It's very isolated, especially dun sa mga elementary schools, no?
So you mean to say even in elementary there
Yes,
are
meron tayong nahuli, grade
students?
5. Remember, in Quezon City, meron
Okay.
grade 5 or grade 6, kung di ako magkamali, elementary students. No? Meron na nahuli dito sa Quezon City.
Pero yung sinasabi nyo na grade 5, grade 6, yun yung isolated.
Very rare, yes.
How
very
about
rare. Yung
in
mga
high school?
May mga high school, meron din naman tayong nahuhuli. Although hindi rin naman yung word na rampant, I don't think that we can describe it as rampant yet.
And meron pa ba kayong dagdag lang na gagawing hakbang in order to more effectively enforce this campaign, especially in schools na ngayon medyo mas liberal kasi yung mga estudyante?
Well, the first thing that we did, of course, yung may nahuli tayo, especially here in Quezon City, nakipag-coordinate tayo sa mga iba't ibang mga principals. No? Kasi kailangan nating makipag-coordinate sa mga school authorities, especially yung kanilang mga security managers nila dun sa mga different schools.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mark Makalalad of DCBB.
Ay, sir, good morning. Pahabol lang, sir, yung issue sa Tulfo Brothers, sir. Papatawag din po ba sila ng PNP or nakipag-ugnay na tayo sa kanila? Ano po yung reaction nila dito sa pagbawi ng security
Well,
detail?
if need be. Remember kasi, unang-una, yung pag-provide din ng security, remember, it's a privilege extended to a person. This is not a right, no? Para maintindihan po ng ating mga kababayan. This is like giving license sa mga iba't ibang mga gustong mag-possess ng firearms. This is all but privileges that are extended, and these privileges can always be revoked anytime. No? Especially so, yung may nangyari na ganyan, of course, hindi yun ang basic reason, but that is a factor also, of course, on the behavior of the person. No? Okay, kung ganun, sasabihin natin, although it's a, sabi ng director ng PSPG, it's a normal process. It's a normal process, it's a coincidence probably, pero that's one of the factor also.
Pero sir, wala
hindi
po,
lang yun naman ang main factor.
Wala po ba silang negative reaction nung pinarecall niyo po yung security detail?
So far, wala naman. It's because sabi ko nga, itong pagpo-provide natin ng security to anybody, for that matter, no, it's a matter of privilege. It's not a matter of right. Dapat maintindihan po natin ito. These are all privileges that are extended to anybody that we think after undergoing process ay meron talagang threat sa kanilang buhay. Whether yan ay si Pedro o si Juan o si Maria.
Sir, ibang topic lang, sir. Last week nabanggit nyo na positive po kayo na babalik si Bicoy dito para mag-file po ng extrajudicial confession. May update na po ba tayo, sir, kung nag-file na ba itong si Bicoy or
Yes,
bumalik sa PNP?
the Director CIDG is here to shed light on the Bicoy's case.
Okay, good morning.
last Monday, that is May 27, bumalik na si Bicoy. He is now under protective custody. He voluntarily surrendered himself and requested for protective custody. He is now under investigation.
So sir, pumasa siya doon sa threat assessment ng PNP?
It is being investigated. Validation is ongoing dun sa mga allegations na including all the pieces of evidence na isasabit niya.
Sir, sa pagbalik niya dito, yung sa extrajudicial confession, may nadagdag ba doon sa mga nauna niyang sinabi? May nabawas ba, sir? Ano yung sinabi niya pagbalik niya dito, sir?
Yung mga allegations niya dito, with the interview with the media, we are trying to validate and dinodocument po natin lahat ng at saka binabalidate yung mga dala po niyang ebidensya to prove his allegation.
Sir, yung cellphone na hawak niya na may conversation kasama yung chief security ni Senator Trillanes, pati na rin yung susi di umano doon sa condominium sa Pasig, na-surrender niya na rin ba sa PNP?
The cellphone is already with the anti-cybercrime group.
How about sir yung susi na sa condominium daw? Hawak niya pa rin daw yun eh.
Wala pang, he did not mention anything sa amin patungkol sa susi.
Sir, update lang sir dun sa hakbang na ng PNP. Yung sa mga CCTV, sa mga paaralan na sinabing pinagmitingan nila, ano na yung mga nag-gather natin na evidence to prove yung claims ni Bicoy?
We have already sent a request letter to the concerned establishments for a copy of the CCTV footages.
Salamat po, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mark. George Cahiles.
Hey, sir. Sir, tuloy ko lang, sir, yung questions on Bicoy, sir, if okay lang. So, how about the name, sir, that he mentioned? Anong gagawin natin sa kanila? Specifically, the politicians, the priests, bishops, etc. na na-mention po niya. Ano pong gagawin natin
Lahat ng
doon?
sinabi ni Bicoy will all be validated. No? Lahat ng mga pangalan na binanggit niya ay will be part of our investigation. In fact, even Bicoy will be part of the investigation. Remember, he probably will ask for protection. He can also be a respondent here. Hindi namin sinasabi na siya ay isang witness or siya ay isang suspect. It's up to the court mag-decide para kung sila ay sasabihin nila na si Bicoy ay pwedeng maging witness or siya ay isang suspect din. It's up to the court pag-file ng kaso.
Sir, we heard that humingi na siya ng protective custody, and we're validating the threat. Or was it validated already?
No, we're still in the process of validating the threat on his life.
So meantime, na hindi pa tapos yung validation, he will stay under the custody of the
Yes, he
CIDG.
voluntarily surrendered to the CIDG. Of course, assisted by his counsel. Lahat ito, even his statement are all supported or lahat ng sinasabi niya, he is being assisted by his own counsel.
Okay. Sir, so at this time, he's not off the hook. Meaning, hindi pa natin masabi kung...
Yes, hindi kami ang pwedeng magsabi na kung siya ay pwedeng maging witness or siya ay isang respondent. It's up to the court.
But definitely, sir, at the end of the day, magpa-file kayo ng kaso, so you will determine if he's liable or not.
Yes, it depends on the evidence that will be gathered dun sa ebidensyang binigay niya sa atin at saka yung validation na ginagawa at magiging resulta nung ginawang validation ng ating mga investigador.
Sir, last na po on my part, ano po yung mga ebidensya, karagdagang ebidensya na nabanggit na dala po niya noong bumalik siya dito sa
Well, accordingly, he submitted the laptop and the cell phone so far na CPU pala, hindi laptop. It's a desktop yung sinabit niya. It's not a laptop.
Sir, was he able to give a copy of the script na binabanggit po niya? Meron kayang ganon o nakita na tayo?
Wala, I think wala siyang binigay na ganon. It's in the cellphone naman, makikita mo doon sa conversation nila doon sa cellphone.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Morning.
Alfred Dalizon.
Actually, we immediately recalled nung nagkaroon po ng binasa si Pangulo ng mga pangalan. Those who were mentioned were immediately recalled and it was upheld by COMELEC. So, yung na-revoke yung kanilang CASD. Congressman Veloso, yung sa na-mention na before. One of the personality na na-mention doon. So we immediately recalled. Actually, I have with me the document from COMELEC, which became our basis for the permanent recall of the CA of the provision of security. Yes, pwede. Kasi according to this memorandum from the legal department of the COMELEC, the validity of the certificate of authority shall be valid from the date of issuance unless any license or permit issued by the PNP and used in support of the application for the corresponding certificate of authority is revoked, cancelled, and suspended by the Chief PNP or his authorized representative. So ito yung naging basis ng aming permanent recall of the security. Yun lang naman, siya lang naman yung na-mention doon na merong availment sa CASD. Yeah.
Sir, just a clarification. Yung kina Tulfo, for example, since they already passed the threat assessment and now the security has been recalled, they have to apply again. If they pass again the threat assessment, they'll be given again another set of security officers. Is that it?
Yun nga, they will undergo the same procedure. Kung ano yung procedure na pinagdaanan nila to avail of the security, they will undergo all those procedures. Ganun pa rin.
So yung sinasabi niyo po ba kanina na there is a yearly review?
It's not even yearly. It's we do that every
Periodically.
month. Yeah, periodically.
So how regular is the periodically?
It's on a monthly basis.
Monthly.
They report every month. Kasama doon sa PISA nila is the evaluation of the security provision of the
Okay,
VIPs.
so sir, just a clarification. So if, for example, someone applies for a threat assessment and they passed it, how long will the security detail be assigned to them? Monthly?
6 months.
6
maximum.
months.
And renewable.
Maximum. So yung na-assign, for example, kina Tulfo, umabot na ba ng 6 months yun or mas matagal pa?
Actually, meron silang available. We will check whether nagkaroon ng intervening events, which is the election period. So their availment will be from the COMELEC is up to June 12. Pero nagkaroon ng intervening period, we will review whether after June 12, effective pa yung kanilang availment. So as of now, I cannot answer if it is after 12, effective pa yung kanilang, after June 12, effective pa yung kanilang
Sorry, hanggang June 12 yung sinasabi na
CASD.
na hindi pwedeng
No. The COMELEC ban. The COMELEC
Okay.
ban and the provision of security is up to June 12.
Okay.
So we will check whether after June 12, effective pa yung kanilang availment that was provided by the Philippine National Police. Yung 6-month period. I cannot answer you whether it's yung 6-month period will end before June 12.
Pero ngayon pa lang na-recall na.
I-recall namin for the regular review.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Isa yan dun sa directive na binigay ko dun sa Fed. Hindi lang yung mga nasa narco-list. Number one that we did dun sa mga nasa narco-list is we revoked their security detail. So that's one. No, number 2 that we're going to do is yung lahat, hindi lang yung mga nasa narco-list, pati po yung nandun sa nasa listahan. Yung hindi lang sa narco-list. We are now reviewing yung lahat ng nasa list and kung sino-sino yung mga merong licensed firearms or yung mga na-issue ng LTAP, hindi lang yung mga nasa narco-list. Actually, meron. Yung mga nasa narco-list, marami na nag-surrender ng mga firearms nila. Maraming nag-surrender, especially so after the announcement and before the election. Maraming nag-surrender sa kanila ng mga firearms nila.
Sir, sorry, one last clarification. If by virtue of the COMELEC ban, wala na talagang mga security detail, for example, sina Tulfo, what is the essence of the recall and review on their part? If in the first place, wala na rin naman pala silang security detail because of the COMELEC ban.
No, it's
sorry,
because
sir, clarification lang because
if they will avail of the
no, pero
security
kailan
detail.
inutos
Again,
yung review and recall sa kinatulfo mismo?
actually, yung review and recall, sabi nga ni Director, is being done periodically.
Yes, I know, but specifically for Tulfo, for the Tulfo brothers or the Tulfo family, when exactly were their security detail recalled and reviewed? Was it included in the COMELEC ban or ngayon lang? Kasi
last
parang ngayon lang
Saturday
lumabas.
daw na-recall yung ano niya, yung mga ano niya. What the director
So
meant
they
probably is-
availed of a COMELEC
Yes,
exemption.
So exempted sila, that is why during the COMELEC during the election period meron sila.
Oo.
Kasi because they were given exemption.
Okay.
So hindi lang sila, marami pa ring nabigyan ng exemption. Even
Yes.
dun sa firearms, maraming nabigyan ng exemption in the firearms also.
So just this Saturday, they were recalled for
Yes.
the periodic
That's one,
assessment.
of course, that's one,
And not
yes.
because of certain issues
Well, as I've
or
said,
tensions
hindi naman
with
natin
the
pwedeng
secretary.
masabi na that's the only issue. Pero that's one factor. That's one issue. I'm sure. No, of course, we will all be lying to you kung sasabihin natin nobody will probably sino ba maniniwala sa amin kung sasabihin natin na walang kinalaman yun. No? It has something to do with it. But it's not
With what?
It has
With the
something
tension?
Yes, it has something to do with these comments to, of course, to the Secretary of DSWD, but that is not the main reason.
Okay. It's just one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Joy Cantos.
Sir, good morning po. Sir, are you going to file charges against yung mga critics ni Tulfo sa cyberbullying po sa mga social media, sir?
Alin din?
Yung mga critics po ni Tulfo na sa cyberbullying po siya sa social media.
Well, it's up to him kung mag-file siya ng kaso. We are also glad to assist him kung talagang gusto niya, no? Kasi kung mag-complain siya, why not? No? He'll be treated like an ordinary citizen na may complaint sa atin. So, kailangan talaga namin siyang assistihan kasi kung talagang nafe-feel niya, talagang he is being bullied in the social media, then why not? No? Open po yung ating ACG to anybody for that matter.
Sir, are you disappointed? Do you have any resentment of Tulfo against Tulfo being a member of class 1986 also? Do you have any resentment of Tulfo? Sir, are you disappointed dun sa pag-berate niya kay DSWD being a PMAyer to attend is a cavalier?
Well, nasa kanya yon, no? Probably yung sa atin, especially you, members of the media, no? Kaya yun yung sinasabi nating, if you use the media kasi it's a very strong medium. No, it's a very strong medium to it can ruin the reputation of somebody, not only of that person but also of his family. Remember, kaya nga pag tayo po ay member ng media, we should have that sense of balance and responsibility.
Sir. With regards to Salugpungan School in Mindanao, sir, are you monitoring the recruitment of NPA rebels with the youths, with the school children, sir? They're saying that their purpose, but it's oxymoron that they're still conducting atrocities and deceiving the youth. Yes.
Yes, that is being monitored by not only by the PNP but all the intelligence community, no, especially so with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, no, and I hope also the Commission on Human Rights. No, although palagi nilang sinasabi na ito ganito ganon, and yet they are recruiting minors.
Okay.
Dito sa kanilang rebellion.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And the last questions will be coming from Rambo Talabo.
Hello po.
Rambo, yes,
Hi.
Rambo.
How are you?
Rambo, sinagot mo na ba si Bicoy, Rambo?
Ano?
Hindi, may tanong sa'yo si Bicoy.
We just ate breakfast. Just kidding. Hindi, sir.
Usap na ba kayo ni Bicoy?
Yeah. Joke, hindi, sir. Balik tayo, sir, sa Tulfos. For context lang, is it normal or is it commonplace that a media personnel actually asks for security details
Ano, no?
from the PNP? Is it normal that the PNP or media personnel asks the PNP for security details, or is this an exception or a rare case that happens?
Yes, marami. Marami tayong mga civilian no, na binigyan ng security detail. After, of course, evaluating yung kanilang threat on their life. Kung sinasabi nila merong imminent threat in their life, especially so yung mga victims of kidnapping. Ayun yung usually binibigyan natin ng security details.
But specifically, sir, for media practitioners, journalists,
Meron.
Meron iba.
Hindi naman hindi lang naman yung mga Tulfo brothers ang binibigyan natin. Meron. There are still some na binigyan natin. Hindi lang sila.
Okay. Sir, I just wanted to ask also about your comment kanina na it has something to do with his comments against the SWG chief, Rolando Bautista. Isn't this a dangerous precedent for security details? Kasi sir, maaaring halimbawa mag-apply lang ng security detail ang isang tao, tapos if they displease the body of PMA alumni or uniformed personnel, pwedeng i-review na lang yung kanilang security details.
Well, sabi nga natin, is a review. And ang isa kasi doon kung ikaw nagbibigay ng protective detail doon sa isang tao and yet ikaw mismo ang tinitira niya, then what would you feel? No? Sabi ko nga, remember, this protective security is a matter of privilege. No? At hindi naman natin pwedeng abusuhin itong binigay nating pribilehiyo sa kanila. No? So there should be also a sense of balance and respect and responsibility, as I've said earlier. No? At imagine mo, if you're giving protection to a person at ikaw mismo kinakalaban niya, what would you do? Di ba? Parang binigyan mo siya ng baril at ikaw mismo kinakalaban niya. Parang ganun Di ba? Bibigyan mo siya ng permit to carry, license to and yet ikaw ang kinakalaban niya, binobomba niya at baka ikaw ang binabaril niya. Di ba? So, remember, yung kasi dito is one, of course, yung good moral character is a criteria, no? Like in the possession of firearms. Like in the possession of firearms, meron po tayong tinatawag na ganun.
Sir, do we know when they began holding security details from the police?
Hindi ko alam. Long time ago yan. I think hindi pa ako RD, hindi pa ako meron na. I'm sure nung junior officer pa ako, alam ko meron na yan.
Okay. Sir, have the Tulfos reached out to the PNP ever since na-pull out yung kanilang security details?
As far as I'm concerned, wala sa akin. I don't know with the other officer or the director of PSPG. Kung meron.
Meron na, last na po, meron na po ba tayong findings about the security review? Wala pa.
So far, wala pa. Kasi kailan lang yan, nung Saturday lang yan. As of this time, wala pa.
Okay, sige pa.
Thank you, Rambo. Sir, your visit official. Sir, question from third.
Sir, dun sa discussions nyo, may nakuha tayong best practices na pwedeng i-apply din natin, gawin din ng PNP, particularly on operations against terrorism, sir?
Well, number one is yung nakita natin yung police intervention nila doon is very stringent. No? Kung siguro dito natin gagawin, baka katakot-takot na batikos. But in their area where there is always imminent threat on the life of the civilian and the police, no? Medyo makikita mo dun sa pinresent nilang video na actual footages ng CCTV where their policemen are being stabbed by suicide mga suspects. Basta ma-stab lang, kaya yung police nila doon ay meron silang parang protective gear doon sa neck. Kasi marami silang incidents doon. In Jerusalem mismo, doon sa Jerusalem mismo, nalalapit yung suicide attacker, sasaksakin lang sa leeg yung pulis. Tapos, siyempre, of course, mamamatay din siya, pero nakapatay na siya ng pulis. You could just imagine yung kanilang predicament doon, yung security nila, how they, in spite of several intelligence officers na nakakalat doon at ang kanilang mga armed forces, members of the army and members of the PNP o members of the police na naka-deploy doon sa lugar mismo na yon.
So usually pag nagvi-visit kayo sa ibang bansa at may mga ganitong discussions, may binibigay sila na meron ba kayong ganon na galing sa Israel?
Basically
Equipment, sir,
what we ask from them is the training. Kasi alam naman natin sila na talagang sila is always very alert. Iba ang training, level of training kasi nila. It's because iba ang level of threat din kasi nila. So I ask if they could probably have trainings to be conducted here in the PNP or dito sa mga camps namin, and they are very much willing to share their skills and knowledge.
Pero sir, kayo ang PNP, wala bang may bibilin kayong mga armas
Well, actually yung hindi naman sa Israeli police galing yun eh. Meron sa made in Israel yung aming mga firearms, especially so now na medyo nakat yung supply namin ng Glock from the United States of America. So we get another supplier from Israel. And basically nakita naman natin na maganda ang standard din ng kanilang ng firearms. It's because sila mismo, yung mga army nila at saka mga police nila, yun din ang ginagamit nila.
Dun sa training, sir, paano? Meron na silang ipinangako or meron na bang date kung kailan yan magkakandak sila
yes,
ng training?
Yes, it depends on us kung kailan namin basta sila is open. Open sila for the training of our police personnel.
Sir, anong klaseng training pala yun?
Marami, especially so in anti-terrorism. Alam mo sila, very good sila dyan. Because yun ang nila, sabi nga nila, pang-araw-araw nila na buhay doon. It's always, they always see as every day yung parang may threat sa kanila. No? Kaya magagaling sila pagdating sa anti-terrorism operations.
Okay. Sir, one last clarification. Will the security threat outweigh the good moral character qualification or aspect in reviewing the privilege of having a security detail? Kasi kung halimbawa, meron silang security threat because of the kind of job that they do, for example, Tulfo, and they are still doing the same kind of job. So it would mean that they would still have this security threat. But based on assessment and based on what you said a while ago, meron ng issue on their good moral character. What will outweigh each other? Will the security threat outweigh the good moral character part of it?
Depende rin kasi dun sa the level of the sinasabi mong good moral character, no? Remember, yung una, like in the issuance of firearms, sabi ko nga, kung itong tao na to have a tendency to use that firearms irresponsibly, no, o magamit niya ng walang kadahi-dahilan, then ito yung mga reason also to revoke or for suspension or yung not granting of license. Isa din yun, of course, doon sa yung pag-provide ng paano kung bibigyan mo ng security ng isang tao at wala naman siyang gagawin kundi magsisigaw diyan, magbully and anybody, not only members of the PNP or members of the AP or secretary for that matter, no? Magganon siya and yet he is being protected by police personnel. What would the people say? Or anong ma-feel ng mga tao and he is being protected by no less than the Philippine National Police. Napakasama naman siguro nun. Kung makita ng ating mga tauhan yan or ating mga kababayan yan na isang tao na ganito na not necessarily Mr. Tulfo. I'm not saying that not necessarily Mr. Tulfo, but kung isang tao na maggaganon, paglabas, magbubuli siya, and then pagmamalaki niya yung mga police duty niya, then I think that's not good. Hindi siguro maganda sa mata ng ating mga kababayan yun.
How long will the review usually take?
Probably a week or two, sabi ng ating Director PSPG.
Thank you so much, sir.
And that would be the last question
Thank you
for this
and good morning.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay mga kaibigan, ayan maaliwanag yung medyo mahaba-haba yung Monday press conference ni Chief PNP. Pero malinaw na malinaw yan mga kaibigan. So naintindihan ng lahat kung ano yung pinahiwatig nitong si Chief PNP at maraming diniscuss dahil nga pagbubukas ng klase, iba't ibang aspeto, iba't ibang issue ang tinalakay ni Chief PNP sa kanyang press conference. Wala tayong oras mga kaibigan. At kumakalabit na naman yung ating production assistant, si Reynold Ong, na naghahanap ng kanya magiging forever. Sino man nakakilala dyan? Sabihin niyo lamang sa amin para meron tayong ireto sa aming production assistant. Si Reynold Ong, machong-macho mga kabigan, kamukha ni Gerald Anderson. Bueno, sa mga negosyanteng kailangan ng additional capital, o kaya doon sa mga gusto magpagawa ng bahay, mag-renovate ng kanilang tahanan, maaari kayo makapag-loan sa First Standard Finance Corporation sa Zamboanga City. Napakababa lamang ng interes, o kaya gusto nyo bumili ng mga sasakyan, segunda mano o brand new, available dito sa First Standard Finance Corporation sa Zamboanga. Ngayon meron silang available na Fortuner, segunda mano, Montero, Estrada at Accent. Napakababa ng mga halaga mga kaibigan. At pwedeng 50% down payment at yung balance ay up to 3 years payable. Fixed monthly interest, or kung meron kayong cash, i-cash ninyo at mas malaking diskwento at makukuha ninyo. So ano pa inaantay ninyo? Tawag na sa First Standard Finance Corporation sa Zamboanga City sa kanilang telephone number 992-5480 o sa cellphone 0995-520-2358. First Standard Finance Corporation, sagot sa inyong problema sa salapi. At siyempre, nais na pasalamatan ang lahat ng mga nakikinig sa atin sa buong Pilipinas, dahil hindi lamang sa buong Pilipinas kundi maging sa buong mundo na kung saan ay nakikinig ang ating nagsusumusubaybay ang ating mga manggagawang Pilipino, dahil tayo napapakinggan sa MindanaoExaminer.com. Maraming salamat sa aming producer, ang Mindanao Examiner regional newspaper, at kami ay online at mas malawak ang aming naabot mga kaibigan, at maaari niyo pang pakinggan ng paulit-ulit ang aming broadcast sa araw-araw. At siyempre, yung aming media partner, ang Zamboanga Post. Thank you so much sa lahat ng sumusubaybay. Hanggang sa susunod na bukas mga kaibigan, ito po yung Banligot. Alasinto, nagsasabing I love you. Mamwa. Chup chup.
Mga kaibigan, may good news para sa lahat. Kung gusto nyo nga makabasa ng mga balita tungkol sa Mindanao, wala nang iba kundi ang Mindanao Examiner newspaper. Mindanao ang sirkulasyon, Mindanao ang balita. Ang Mindanao Examiner sa Basilan, Sulu at Zamboanga. Gumawa na rin ito ng mga independent films at ABP, audiovisual presentation, at may photography at video services pa. Bisitahin po natin ang kanilang website sa MindanaoExaminer.com o tumawag sa 9925480. Marami pong salamat. Kaya natin to.